It was after I walked Mayuri home, but the second I was alone, I started thinking about this afternoon. If that really was a word line change, then what was the cause? The most likely possibility was that someone had succeeded in developing something like the phone wave. We were able to make one. There was no reason someone else couldn't. Another possibility was that... No. There was no use thinking about it. I was just mistaken. And even if the world line did change, we weren't the cause. We didn't have anything to do with it anymore. Whenever I was alone, I always ended up thinking about things that wouldn't do me any good. I took the phone out of my pocket and tapped on the icon.
Hello.
What up, Kurisu? How you doing? Kurisu's expression was as self-satisfied as ever. She looks kinda bored to me. I don't know about you.
Why are you calling at this hour?
Yeah.
Nothing. I just felt like talking. Did I bother you?
Not really. Talking to you is good for me, you know.
She was an AI after all. She wouldn't be bothered no matter the hour.
You met with Maho, right?
Oh.
Yeah.
What did you talk about?
Well, I just gave her my report on our conversations.
Is that all? You didn't invite her anywhere?
You still going on about that? You better not tell that to Hiyasho. She'll get mad at you.
But this is a big chance. I don't want her to waste it.
Kurisu seemed insistent on getting me and Maho together. Sheesh. Does she have other things to talk about? Would she have anything to say about that other matter? Hey, question for you. What's the best way to find a missing person?
That sure came out of nowhere.
Some friends and I are trying to find someone. But we really don't know what to do, you see.
Tell me the details.
She leaned forward, suddenly interested. I was confused asking that one because I'm like... Still don't know how an AI leans forward. She really was a curious girl. Well...
You can't say anything?
I'm not the only one involved.
But I can't really help you like that, though.
You're right. If you could just give me your general thoughts.
Well, the best option is to go to the police.
That was the obvious and correct answer.
Or a private investigator, possibly. Or look at those newspaper articles. But I guess you're already doing that.
I don't know about that.
You don't know? You're trying to find someone and you haven't even done that.
I just heard about this today. I'll find out later. But Kaguri was from the future. And Suzuha didn't have any professional documents in this era either. Which meant that it was unlikely if she'd gone to anybody in the government. Some people in America use dowsing and clairvoyance to find people, right? Okay. Clairvoyance, I understand. How the fuck do you douse for a human?
Don't tell me you believe in that stuff. There's no scientific basis whatsoever.
No, it was just something I thought of.
Good. If you said yes, I was never going to speak to you again.
She really was just like Kurisu.
参考になったよ。
Well, thanks. You've been a big help.
見つかることを祈ってる
I'll
わ
be praying you find her.
な
Oh,
Sort of
and
何
What?
あ、いや、
no.
なんでもない。
No, it's nothing.
何
What?
気になるでしょ
Now you've got me wondering.
本当になん
It's
でもないんだ。
nothing, really.
それじゃあ、
Anyway,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I'll talk to you tomorrow or something. Why was I just about to say that? I was just about to tell her about Mayuri's Christmas party to see if she wanted to go. Kurusu was just an AI. She only existed inside a computer. I guess I was just starting to see her as real.
どう父さん
Well, Dad, any luck?
何か手がかりはあった
Nope, nothing. Sorry.
そう
I see.
The search for Mayuri's future daughter, Kagari Shina, was taking longer than expected.
一つ聞くが、
Let me ask you
警
something.
察には行ったのか。
Did you go to the police?
うん
Yeah,
一
I
応言っ
did.
たんだけどね
But there's no official missing
Demo.
persons report.
捜索願いなんかは出してない
I was right. In order to submit a missing persons report, you need to have the ID to prove who you were. That's why Suzuha hadn't done it. I also I later learned that the only people who could submit a search request were people like family and significant others who were close to the missing person. Yesterday I did some light hacking in the police database, but I didn't find anything.
だろうな。
Yeah, I'm sure. Did you look too then?
ダルのように内部情報を
I
見
didn't
た
look at any internal data like you did, Daru, but yeah. There was a database of missing persons on the police homepage. But it didn't go back very far, and it didn't have a lot of information. All it had was age, sex, clothes, and some possessions they were carrying. Since we all know nothing about Kagari Shina, we basically have nothing to go on.
でもさ一見
You know, this world may seem peaceful, but there sure are a lot of
身
people
元
who
不
go
明者
missing.
や行方不明者ってたくさんいるんだね
I thought the same thing. Each year, over 100 unidentified bodies were found in Tokyo alone. If you expanded that to cover all of Japan, then went back 12 years, you'd have a pretty big number. And the number of missing persons was far greater. Each year, almost 100,000 people went missing. And 1 out of every 5 was in their teens. Of course, most of them just ran away from home, and over 70% were found within a week after a report was filed. But if 70% of them were found in the first week, that means 30% of them weren't. Can I just point out as we go on? 1 in 5 is a terrifying statistic. It's like, yeah, 1 in 5 of like 100,000 people that run away from home are teenagers. Like, Jesus Christ. It just terrifies me. Some people aren't going to understand that point of view, but I don't know. It just also 100,000 missing persons a year in 2010. Jesus Christ. In fact, 5% of them were never found at all, and no one ever knew if they were alive or dead. Perhaps Shina Kagari was caught up in an accident or killed. Or perhaps... I sat up, then got off the sofa. Okarin, where are you going?
もうちょっと調べてみようと。
I thought I'd do a little more research. School will be on break soon anyway, and it wasn't like I had anything to do. And while I hadn't been very interested in first, at some point I'd become really interested in the whereabouts of Shina Kagari. And more than anything,
ありがとう
Thank you, Uncle Okarin.
別に
No, it's
これくら
nothing,
い大した
really.
ことじゃない。
Especially since there's probably nothing I can do that would actually help.
ううん
No,
それでもありがとう
but thank you anyway.
As long as I was looking for Kagari, Suzuha probably wasn't going to bother me about the future. Having her bring up the same thing every time we met was hard for me. If I could get her focused on something else, that would make things easier. Or so I thought, but... Finding clues wasn't easy. Just in case, I gone to the National Diet Library and looked at articles on missing persons and crimes in 1998, the year she got separated from Suzuha. But I had no luck. Okay, quick question before I go on. National Diet Building or National Diet Building? Because I don't know how the Japanese pronounce that word. Let me know down below in the comments, as I said. Suzuha said she'd been looking for Kagari every few years on her way to our time, so I knew it wouldn't be easy. But I still couldn't help but feel a little tired and disappointed.
What's wrong?
Oh,
What?
いや
nothing. I called Kurisu without even realizing it somehow.
Hey, you seem even more tired than yesterday. You okay?
Is that how I look?
Your tone's dropped lower than usual. I see your conjunctiva?
Conjunctiva? Conjunctiva? I'm gonna go with conjunctiva, but I'm not sure. I know it's part of your eye. It's like the bit. I think it's the bit that goes purple when you get like bags under them. But yeah.
Your conjunctiva is slightly swollen with blood too. Were you looking into the case you told me about yesterday?
まあな
Yeah. I'd told Kurisu what I'd heard from Suzuha and Daru and what I'd found at the National Diet Library.
You dummy. If that's what you were trying to do, you could have just asked me.
どういうことだ
What do you mean?
I can access the network and research anything that's on the internet, you know.
Oh, right. I'd forgotten. She was an AI that existed inside a computer. So, something like that would be easy for her.
You want me to give it a try?
すぐにできるの
Can you do it right now?
It won't take much time at all.
それじゃあ
Alright, give it a go.
Sure, just give me a second.
Kurisu fell silent on the screen and didn't move for a moment. Maybe 30 seconds later.
もう結果が
You're
出た
done already?
I searched the network and nobody named Shina Kagari's been involved in any accidents or crimes since 1998. About 3 people with identical names, but given their ages, they're almost certainly not the girl you're looking for. If you want, I can send you an email with their data later.
いや
No, that's fine. I feel like I should accept that, I'm not gonna lie. When I stopped to think about it, even Suzuha would have been able to do a search for her name on the internet. And what Kurisu was saying was almost certainly right. The Makase Kurisu I'd known was always right.
I think that's all I can do then. Now it's up to you to do what only you can do.
俺たちにしかできないやり方
What I can do?
I'll gather information around the place where she disappeared. It's the ultimate in analog methods, though.
やっぱりそうなるか
I guess you're right. Suzuha had been doing that forever, so I couldn't imagine I'd find anything new. But if that was my only option, then what had I been... Then But if that was my only option, then that was what I had to do.
にゃにゃ
Nya nya?
じゃなかった
Yup. I mean, Okarin.
I spun around when I heard a voice behind me.
やっぱりオカリン
I
だ
knew
に
it was you,
で何して
Nya.
るの
What are you doing here, Nya?
フェイリス
Faris and...
こんにちは岡部さん
Hello, Okabe.
なんだ
Huh.
珍しい組み合わせだな
It's rare to see you two together.
ついさっきそこで
We just happened to run into each other over there,
ルカ
Nya.
さんが荷物いっぱい
And
持
Luke
って
and Nyan's carrying a heavy load, so I decided to help him, Nya.
My cat hates that voice, which is ironic considering it's for a cat girl. I took a closer look and saw that Lukako was holding bags in both hands. If you added in what Faris was carrying, it was quite a lot. He was trying to carry this all alone? Lukako?
ねえちょっと
Hey, excuse me.
今何か聞
Did,
こえま
did
せん
you
で
just
し
hear something?
いやこれは別
No,
に何でも
this isn't... I quickly hit the smartphone behind my back.
ちょっと聞いてるの
Hey, are you listening to me? Hey,
また聞こえたに
it
ゃ
is again, Nya.
もしかしてさっき
Is
岡
that
部
who you're
が話して
talking
た
to a
の
moment ago,
いや
No,
Korewa-
this is... it shouldn't matter if they found out.
Nya? Wait.
But I still felt guilty, so I closed the Amadeus app.
電話中だったのに
Are you on the phone, Nya?
あ
Oh,
ちょっと
I was asking an acquaintance for some advice.
相談ですか
Advice?
そういうことだった
So
んだ
that's what it was,
後ろから見
Nya.
たら
When I saw you from behind, it looked like you were mumbling to yourself, so I was a little worried, Nya.
Do I look like she... Do I look like she needed to worry about me? Well... If she saw me talking to my smartphone in a place like this, I guess I could understand that.
でも水臭いにゃ
Anyway, if you're in trouble, you should have come to Faris, Nya.
エリスたちにも話してくれ
That
れ
is
ばいい
true,
の
you
に
do own... a good chunk of this city.
そうです
That's right.
僕じゃお
I
役に
might
立
not be
て
able
ない
to
かもし
help,
れな
but
いですけど
I can at least listen.
お話くらいなら
ありがとう
Thanks,
で
really.
も大した
But,
こと
but
じゃ
it's nothing. No, wait a second. Both Faris and Lukako had lived in Akihabara since they were born. And both of their families held important positions here. Maybe asking them wouldn't be such a bad idea after all.
実は今
I'm actually looking for someone.
人
You're looking for someone?
I told them that I was looking for a girl who'd gone missing 12 years ago in Akihabara. Of course, I didn't tell them that she was from the future, or that she was Mayori's daughter.
その子がどうして
I've been really interested to know why she went missing, Nya.
すまないが
Sorry, but
そのあたり
I
の
can't
事情
tell you
は
that.
話せないんだ
Yeah.
そういう話に心当たりはない
If you
か
could
だ
ask-
けでも
if you could ask
聞いても
anyone,
らえれば
if you
助かるんだが
could ask if anyone has any idea, that'd be a huge help.
分かったにゃとりあ
You
え
got it. I'll ask
ず
Kuroki,
黒木に
Nya.
聞いてみるにゃ
Kuroki was her family butler. I met him several times. In the same way that Faris looked like a maid, Kuroki looked just naturally looked like a butler. Come to think of it, it's rather strange for a maid to have a butler as a servant.
あとメイクイン
Oh, and I'll ask the masters of May Queen Yan Yan,
聞い
yeah?
てみるにゃ僕の方も
I'll ask my father as well as
そ
our
れから
par-
氏子の方たちにも聞いてみます
悪いな
Thanks.
そう
It'd
し
be
て
a
くれ
great
ると
help.
助かる
Both Kuroki and Lukako's dad knew a lot of people, and they had a far better chance finding someone than we did. I hope they could at least find some small clue.
それはそうと
Anyway, Lukako,
その
what's all this
山ほどの
stuff?
荷物はどうしたんだ
Oh,
これはそ
remember
の
how I said I had guests coming
お
yesterday?
父さんのお客さんが来るっていうお話は実は
One of the guests will be staying at our house for a while.
しばらくうちに滞在することになって
I'm concerned! I am massively concerned.
それで必要なものを買い
So we gotta get things they needed, yeah?
If they're a guest of Lukako's father, they must be fairly old. And from what I heard yesterday, they probably had some unique hobbies.
それは大変だ。
That's rough.
いえ
No, it's
僕も
actually kind of
ちょっ
fun.
と楽しいですし
Fun? Lukako shared in the same blood as his dad, so perhaps he had some latent interest in those hobbies.
あんまりのめり込みすぎない。
Don't get too into it, okay?
Okay.
I gave him that warning, then went to leave. Well, I tried to leave, but
よいしょ
I've got it.
しょ
Got it.
ルカニャン
Look at that. You okay?
ふらふら
You're not even walking straight, yeah?
大丈夫です
I'm fine.
僕こ
This is nothing.
れくらい
I get it.
よかったら
Have
お茶で
some
も飲ん
tea
で
if
い
you
ってく
like.
ださい
いや、
No,
遠慮して
I'll
おくわ。
pass.
お客さん
You've
だ
got
っているだろ
guests, right?
そうですけど
That's true, but
I couldn't bear to see him struggle like that, so I carried his bags to the shrine with him. Faris had gone back to her cafe.
それにしても、この荷
You know, I've no idea how you expected to
いくら
carry
何で
all
も
this
一人で
stuff.
運ぶには無理があるだろう。
僕だって
I've gotten
最
a
近
little stronger
は
lately.
少し力がついてき
I've
た
been
んで
doing the
すよ
sword exercise you gave me.
Okabe
I
さんに言わ
mean,
れた素振りだって
Okabe.
Sword exercises. That was the training I'd given him when he told me he felt too much like a girl.
精神残魔流か。
Seishin Zanma school, huh? It was so stupid I couldn't even laugh.
すみません
I'm sorry.
Thinking back, I was amazed he put up with that nonsense.
ルカ、帰ったのかい
Luca, are you home? I could hear his dad's voice from their home behind the shrine's office.
はい
Yes,
今行きます
I'll be right there.
それじゃあ、
Okay, well, I'll be going.
はい
Right.
ありがとうございました
Thank you,
岡部さん
Lukako bowed deeply as I left the Anabayashi shrine. Yeah, that's funny. I could have sworn I'd bump into his lodger and I would be very disappointed / nervous as to who it was. Turns out, it's... I was going to say, turns out it's Kagari! Who would have thought? I swear to God, if it's actually Kagari, I'm going to flip some fucking tables. On my way home, I thought about what the two of them had said.
Anyway, if you're in trouble, you should have just come to Faris, yeah?
そうです
That's right.
僕じゃ
I might not be able to help, but I can at least listen.
でもお話くらいなら
I didn't realize until after they'd spoken. I'd gone to Kurisu before I'd gone to anyone else. I brought up the app and started talking with her before I even realized it. She wasn't the real Kurisu. But that voice, the way she acted, all of it reminded me of Kurisu. All of it brought back the emotions I tried to hide. There was an incoming call on my phone. It's weird, every time there's an Amadeus thing, I never know whether I should be checking it or not. It was from Kurisu. She was probably there to complain about me hanging up on her earlier. Now would be just like Kurisu. But I didn't answer the phone. No, I'm pressing the phone button! Jesus Christ, I advanced one dialogue option too far and I can't actually answer the phone. I didn't answer any of the other calls that came that day either. Huh. Welcome to America, bitches! United States of America. California. I don't know why I felt the need to say it like that.
Christ, why do I have to report this?
I don't know why this is going. I don't know if I like it either. The reporter? That's because I was trying to go through her name. Jessica. The reporter, Jessica Edmond, had been rushed to the scene at as the director's orders. And she was pissed off about it. She dreamed of Hollywood and even being in a movie once. So how the hell did she end up reporting on this crap? You were the one who said you wanted work no matter what it was.
I did say that, but still.
I'm giving a bratty failed actress a chance to do something productive with her life. I expect gratitude, not complaints.
What did you say?
Or what? You're going to give up on the job and run away? You'll never see anything through, you know. You keep that up and you'll lose custody. She hated herself for not being able to say anything. Her stupid pride got in the way. She dreamed of being a Hollywood actress, but all she got was a small part in a B movie. It had never gone anywhere after that. Then she had a kid and came back home. Still, she loved her kid. She wanted to make sure they were taken care of, no matter what she had to do.
So, where is it?
Back behind these bushes. She went into the bushes and there she saw it. Several bodies, all brutally mutilated.
Five scientists have gone missing this year, and 3 of the 5 are believed to have been researching artificial intelligence.
Sorry, I'm very confused as to why there are, like, 2, 4, 6... 2, 4, 6... From what I can see, at least 11 dead primates. I'm very confused. Also, I'm worried for Maho's safety. I'm very worried for Maho's safety right now. Lescanin I couldn't give a fuck about. He's part of Stratfor. I don't care for that bastard.
The authorities believe that the culprits may be radical religious fundamentalists who oppose the development of AI. Now we go live to the scene. Jessica? This is Jessica Edmond reporting live from the scene. The bodies this morning were initially believed to be human. A police investigation later revealed them to be chimpanzees and orangutans. But the bodies are all missing their brains and parts of their heads. Police have warning locals that a maniac may be on the loose.
They're missing their like all of their brains and parts of their heads? You know, there was a moment where I thought I knew where this VN was going after seeing 2 of the endings. And then they slapped me around the face with monkeys missing their brains. I know there's a difference, but shut up. And that's all I'm getting? No, please don't put me back in class. Fucking rewind a minute. What the fuck was that about? I am so confused right now. Hey, Okabe, you've got class after this.
Yeah.
Nope, I'm done for the day. Hey, wanna go get some food somewhere? You just want curry again, don't you? Kitchen Tokai? I got a bit of an extra bonus yesterday, so maybe I'll splurge and go to Mondi. I'll pass. I'm a little tight this month. Okay, maybe next time then. Sure. I was talking with my friends after class. I really started to get used to this. Before the summer, I'd felt really out of place at school, but now it didn't seem so bad. Back then, I thought I was special. But now I knew better. As long as you make the effort to fit in, you can find a place to belong. Disclaimer. What he's saying is true, but I don't fucking want to belong if I need to change myself. As a life lesson for you kids. Feel free to change a little bit, but don't fucking change who you are. Also, don't go out of your way to be random, though. It's a bit weird. But people can change. No. They change whether they want to or not. It was too late now, but I'd learned something about myself. It really was too late.
さてと
Anyway,
それじゃあ帰って
time to go home. Huh? As I headed for the exit, I realized that I recognized one of the people passing through my field of vision. That was
レスキネン教授
Dr. Leskinen? My college went out of its way to attract exchange students, so it wasn't unusual to see foreigners. But still.
いない
He's gone. I hurried after him, but the person I saw was already gone. Was I just mistaken? Come to think of it, the professor being here wouldn't be strange. He might have come to meet with my advisor, Izaki. Izaki had wanted to get to know him.
今度教授に会ったら聞いてみよ
Next
う
time I see him, I'll ask. I glanced at the direction he'd gone and then left school for Akihabara. I'm not gonna lie, I looked at the sign, saw K-Books, and I'm like, huh. I didn't even bother trying to hide that one behind translation. When I came out of the turnstile, the radio building was right in front of me, like always. The time machine that Suzuha had left... No, she hadn't left it anywhere. Well, technically she left it on the roof. The time machine that Suzuha had used to come here was probably still on the roof. Even if people didn't want to go up there often, it was still amazing that no one had found it after so long. Of course, that was all thanks to Faris. She ran out the roof of the building and sealed it off. Of course, I hadn't come here to look at the time machine. I'd gotten messages from Lukako and Faris after I'd left the lab last night. Both of them had asked, and neither of them were able to get any useful information for me. It made sense when I thought about it. If there was a missing persons report, someone might remember the police doing something, but there wasn't. But Faris had said something interesting.
I did hear about a ghost with twin tails, yeah.
おさげの幽
A ghost with twin tails? Tsundere ghost. Probably the nicest ghost you will find in Japan.
Yeah, that's right. Supposedly it appears every few years and asks people if they've seen a little girl, yeah.
I want to see if this is actually based on something.
No matter how many years pass, its appearance doesn't change, so people call it the ghost with the twin tails, yeah.
Also, I've just realized something. That constellation that they keep, if it is a constellation at all, like the one with the stars in the backdrop, my brain was like, huh, I wonder if that's the one that's got Vega and Altair in it. In like some like mass connection, like everything connects. Don't know if it is or not. Oh, I don't know. That was definitely Suzuha. What would she do if she knew people thought she was a ghost? I held back and laughed as I tried to imagine it, then headed for the radio building. My goal, of course, was to find information on Kagari. This was where she'd vanished, which meant this was where I was most likely to find clues. I went around to each door inside the radio building and asked, but didn't learn anything. Of course, Suzuha would have done the same thing, so I didn't expect much. But that didn't mean I could just stop. The part shops. The commercial facilities. Even the back alleys. Even after all that, I went all around Akihabara asking people about Kagari. but I didn't learn anything useful. Some people told me the same story about the ghost in Twin Tails, but no one knew anything about Kagari. I may be like being dumb for a moment, but I didn't think Suzuha had twin tails. I thought she had short shoulder length hair. Okay, I just wanted to make sure I wasn't being dumb. I just had to Google it. She does have twin tails, but unlike in Steins Gate, the original, she has them hang down and pinned back up. So, I guess I'll let it slide for the time being. If a little girl was kidnapped or got into an accident, somebody might witness that. Going missing was a different thing. If Shina Kagari vanished of her own free will, all anyone would see was a 10-year-old girl walking down the street. Nobody would remember that 10 years later. I tried to think again if there was a better way. If the police and government weren't of any use, that left someone connected to the underworld. The underworld, huh? As soon as I said it aloud, I drove the idea from my mind. How stupid. That's something the old me would have thought of. I'd given that stuff up. Come to think of it, I run all over Akihabara looking for something once before. I wasn't looking for a person then, but a thing. The IBN 5100. 6 months ago in the Alpha World line, I'd gone looking for the same thing that Suzuha had searched for in the past. Back then, that's right, Kurisu was with me. When Kurisu and I had learned that there was an IBM 5100 in Lukako's storeroom, we'd worked together to carry the heavy thing.
Don't walk forwards, and I have to walk backwards. But let's walk sideways.
Thinking back, all she ever did was complain. She was a strong-willed, bratty, and hated to lose, but she was still so lonely. Once again, I'd taken my phone out of my pocket without realizing it. Amadeus. Since I hadn't picked up any of her calls yesterday, she hadn't called at all today. I stared at the Amadeus icon for a moment, and then put my phone back in my pocket. God damn it, I fucked up not answering the phone, didn't I? When I got back to the lab, I saw that Daru was completely exhausted. There was no need to even ask. It was obvious he hadn't found a single clue. Suzuha had been doing this for over half a year, so her face didn't betray her emotions anymore. Daru didn't even bother asking me how it went. You could probably tell from the look on my face. When you stop to think about it, Suzuha's been working pretty hard at this. We amateurs aren't exactly gonna find anything new on our own. Daru said what I've been thinking, but trying not to say.
Thanks for helping. You don't need to waste your time anymore on this. I'll keep looking on my own.
Suzuha had evidently had no intention of giving up. Also, yeah, now I see the twin tails, and it's just like it didn't click for me because I keep remembering I've got my mouse I can use because like these are what people refer to as the twin tails in like Steins Gate. When she came from the communist world line, she actually had them down. Here she has them pinned up, I assume for combat reasons. Now, wait a second, Suzuha. What I'm trying to say is...
I can't let you guys keep working so hard at this. What happened with Kagari is my responsibility.
Don't be silly. If the kid's responsible, the parent's responsible. Duh.
Dad.
Hey, how was that? I think it was pretty good. I think I was a pretty good daddy there. If you want to hug me and tell me how much you love your daddy, go right ahead. Watching these two always gave me a strange feeling. For a while after they first met, they were complete strangers. And now they were father and child. And age-wise, they were exactly the same. Maybe I could understand how Suzuha was feeling, but I had no idea what Daru was going through. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is, just searching around randomly isn't gonna get you anywhere. So, what are we supposed to do? You are someone who knows this stuff. The best way to handle this is to go to a specialist.
A specialist?
The way to do this is to talk to someone who knows the underworld. Duh. I realized you come up with the same idea I had. My head hurt.
You know someone like that?
Don't underestimate your daddy. He may be an otaku, but he's well known in certain circles. Well known for being a tub of lard. Don't make fun of me, man. Anyway, are you serious? Do you really know someone with the underworld connections? I'll see who I can find. I hate it, because I know what this search is gonna come up with. And I hate it. It's gonna give me fucking... I've forgotten her name. I've legit forgotten her name. And that's the problem. And the thing... Kiryu Moeka! That's who it's gonna come up with. I was like, what's her name? What the fuck is her name? And I was just like, it's Moeka. He's gonna like just do a fucking Google search and come up with Moeka. Or whatever he does. Before Suzuha and I could respond, he took his phone out and started typing a message to someone. Was he serious? Was text messaging the preferred way to get in touch with the criminal underworld?
What do you think, Uncle?
I don't even know what I pressed to get here. Someone like that really exists. It can't hurt to ask them. In fairness, being a hacker was pretty underworld sort of occupation too. If I knew someone like him, it was quite possible the person he knew really existed. Okay, sent. Now we just wait for a response. That fucking texting speed makes me think it is. Oh?
Huh? It's back already?
Yeah. Say she's on her way. All of the concern! She's pretty fast, isn't she? Better than slow, isn't it? That was true. Daru was sending another message. He was probably telling her where we were. Now all we had to do was wait for her arrival. And then the phone rang. How could I not answer my baby girl? Hello? Lukako? Okabe! Sorry, are you free right now? Yeah, what's up? Actually, there was something I wanted to talk to you about. Something you wanted to talk to me about? Can I come over now? Now? Is it something you can't say on the phone? Yes. Kind of. Right now? Would it be okay to leave this to Daru and Suzuha? Sorry, someone's coming over now. I was interested in seeing what kind of person Daru's friend was. I see. Can it wait until after that? I've got something to do later. I see. So, how about... just as Lukako was about to say something. I heard sharp footsteps coming up the stairs. And then a knock. Come in!
悪いルカ子。
Sorry, Lukako.
お客が来たよ。
She's here. I'll talk to you later. And then I stopped. What? I fucking knew it. It's Moeka. Even if I forgot her name, I know who it is. The person who opened the door was... Again? Moeka, why you gotta show so much side boob? It's just, I feel like that's a question I need to ask right now. You didn't dress this way in the last game. It's just, oh. Why the side boob, girl? It was Kiryu Moeka. I hadn't seen her since the ATF seminar.
Okabe-san?
Okabe?
Okabe-san?
What's wrong? Okabe?
お茶どうぞ。
Have something to drink.
Moeka was silent, with her head tilted slightly forward. Seeing her caused a dull ache within me, like my heart was being squeezed dry. Why? Why was she here with Daru? I had any number of doubts in my mind. What's wrong, Okarin? Nothing. Moeka tilted her head a bit to the side, and I quickly averted my eyes. There was no connection between Cern and us anymore. So she wasn't going to kill Mayuri. She wasn't going to kill Mayuri. She wasn't going to kill Mayuri. She wasn't going to kill her. I said it to myself over and over again, and finally started to relax.
おじさん、
Uncle,
顔色悪いよ。
you look pale.
大丈夫？
You doing okay?
気にしないでく
Don't
れ。
worry about me.
それより
Anyway, Daru,
説明
can
して
you
くれ
explain what's going on?
ああ、この人は
Oh, this is Kiryushi. She's an edit pro writer.
桐生
Kiryu
萌香です。
Moeka.
She silently handed me her business card, which had the name of a company called Arc Rewrite on it. Daru gave a brief explanation to me and Suzuha.
なあ、ダル。
Hey, Daru,
お前は
how
どう
did
し
you
て
meet her?
この人と知り合い。
前にさ、
Her magazine watched a special on Akihabara Urban
秋
Legends.
葉関係の都市伝説を扱った特集があったんだよね。
I've just realized that's probably not side boob and it is covered up, but let me dream, damn it. The one redeeming fact, well, there's a couple of redeeming factors about Moeka. She was pretty, I'll give her that. She was attractive. It's just she's broken.
その時に僕のバイトの
So I got a request to talk about my part-time job.
僕のバイトって
It's
ほ
not
ら
something I can really talk about, you know. So I politely refused,
取材
but
に関しては丁重にお断りしたんだけど、ただ
I normally try to make myself hard to track down. But Kiryu, she was able to find me. And that got my attention.
その僕にたどり着いた。それがで、
And once I met her, as you can see, I found out she was really hot. A hot writer who tracks down urban legends. Isn't that like the most anime thing ever? And that's how they met. As I needed to drink more water. Suzuha was frowning as to how Daru acted around Moeka. She didn't say anything, but I could tell she was thinking that he was better off directing his attentions toward her mom. Moeka, for her part, seemed completely uninterested in Daru. She was wearing her usual poker face and fiddling with her phone. She still used a Japanese feature phone instead of a smartphone, huh?
まあ、
Well, it's not exactly her specialty, but she knows a lot about Akihabara. Especially about some of the underground stuff, I guess, so thought it might be worth asking her.
You're looking for someone. That's what I heard.
Yep. Actually, we want to find a girl who went missing 12 years ago in Akihabara. Daru told Kiryu Moeka the basic story. She was dead silent the whole time, but she typed his words into her phone with incredible speed. I said nothing and just watched. She was once around her. She probably still was. Was it okay to trust her? Was it just a coincidence that I run into her here? I knew that in my head, but my heart just refused to accept it. Here in the Beta World line, we'd never even encountered Kiryu Moeka before. Of course we hadn't. I'd chosen the Beta World line so that we wouldn't. Even though the cost was Makase Kurasu's life.
In other words, you want me to find this Shina Kagari person.
That's right. Can you help?
I can try.
Seriously?
But I don't know if I'll find her.
Of course. If you can't, you can't. Normally, Moeka and I never would have run into each other like this. Of course, we might have crossed paths in Akihabara. We almost ran into each other when she come to interview Dr. Leskinen and Maho at the ATF seminar. But I convinced myself that we were never going to meet each other directly. Was this fate? Was she and I fated to cross paths at some point? If that was the case, maybe it was better not to try to avoid her, but to watch her and see what she did. As I listened to Daru talk to her, that was when I started to think. So we'll pay if you succeed and then any other necessary expenses, okay?
No problem.
Okarin, Suzuha, you two okay with that?
If she can help, I'm not going to complain.
俺も
I don't mind.
構わない
I don't mind either. It's a deal then! Moeka nodded silently and asked us for information about Kagari that might be a clue. Stuff like the clothes she was wearing and when she disappeared and what she looked like. After that, she left. All the tension suddenly drained from my body as I sank into the sofa.
Uncle, are you sure you're okay?
大丈夫だ
I'm fine.
少し
I was just a
緊
little
張しただけだ
nervous.
から
It was a little late, but I took some anxiety meds out of my pocket and swallowed them.
Uncle, you know that Kiryu Moeka girl, didn't you?
Huh? She could tell. Seriously? When did that happen, Okarin?
どうしてそう思ったの
Why did you think so?
I could tell just by looking at you.
Guess you had to be pretty sharp to survive on the battlefield.
いや知らない人だ
No. I don't know her.
Did you know her in the Alpha World line? Okay, I won't ask anymore. But I'll do my best to keep an eye on her.
それでいい
That's enough.
今はな
For now. What are you guys talking about?
緊張したっていうこと
I
さ
got nervous, is all. I understand that. I understand that. She's hot, she's got giant boobs, great proportions, and she even wears glasses! You can't help it!
そうだな
That's right. If she was part of my life now, I'd just have to use her as best I could. Maybe it's because she was gone now, or maybe because it was the anxiety meds. But I calmed down enough to start thinking that way. Of course, who knew if I'd feel the same way next time I saw her face to face. You know, as much as I'd love to talk about Maho, talk as Maho, I guess. Whatever. As much as I'd love to continue this on, I'm gonna put a cut in this here and call this an episode or two. I hope my audio has not been terrible. I'll work something out in post, surely. If anything, it's just like, yeah, Moeka and probably Luca are too quiet. Speaking of, I'm concerned for my precious, precious boy. But, we'll have to see where that goes next time. Anyway, thank you all for watching this episode of Steins Gate Zero. If you like the episode in any capacity, please feel free to give the video a like down below. Leave a comment on whatever you feel like at this point. And if you want to keep up to date with whenever I post videos, be they of this... I keep saying Valkyria Chronicles. At this point, it's just the lie I keep telling myself. I will go back to it at some point. It's probably going to be in stream format, much like Persona 5 is. Oh, by the way, Persona 5 Royal is also a thing that happens on this channel sometimes. It went up yesterday as of recording this, so I actually did a good for once and got it sorted. But yeah, if you want to keep up to date with whenever I post videos of whatever may come down the pipeline in the future, please consider subscribing to the channel. In theory, YouTube sends you alerts to when I post videos, but failing that, I think you have to press the bell icon as well, so you've, all pressing the subscribe button does you made me feel good about myself. Also, I should actually start plugging this at the end of videos. I also have a podcast that I'm in, so Fact versus Fiction. I believe I will put an end card on the video to, like, link one of the episodes. Probably one of the ones that I actually have a topic in. Who cares? Who cares if the episode's an hour and 50 minutes long? It's the best one we've done to date. Mainly because I haven't recorded the fucking weird train wreck that was the heat stroke episode. That's all by the by, though. Oh yeah, youtube.com/fact versus fiction, where the K's are... where the fact is spelled with a K and fiction is spelled F-I-C-K-T-I-O-M. Because none of us can spell. You can subscribe to that as well. We're also on Spotify now. That's not actually a thing we've mentioned, but we're actually on Spotify. Who would have fucking thought? Me on Spotify for something non-musical. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. Thank you all for watching. I've been Nyx, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Laters!